Hello, dear friends. I'm psychologist Natalia Kolodenko, and today we're embarking on an exciting journey into exploring why we feel hurt by money, why we reject it, and most importantly, how to find the strength and energy to achieve our goals, including financial ones. Firstly, I want to start with the idea that our hurt feelings about money stem from negative situations and dissatisfaction. There have been times when you were scolded over money, couldn't afford something, or were criticized because of money. All of this creates a feeling that money brings you pain. As long as this association exists, we reject money. It's like with an ex-boyfriend. While you were together, everything was great, but after the breakup, it seems those relationships were terrible. Many people develop such attitudes toward money, thinking that because they've had problems due to money, life would be better without it. It becomes a dependency, and an inner voice says, "Why should I depend on this? I don't want to." I suggest using exercises that I've recommended on the topic of money, because forgiving money is a deep set of techniques. To overcome hurt feelings about money, it's necessary to understand that money not only deprives us of something or causes us to miss out on things, but it also acts as a great teacher. It makes us think about our efficiency. If you're chronically inefficient, you'll be chronically poor. Money allows us to experience quality of life. Imagine people just casually playing with a ball, but when there's a score and the prospect of winning or losing, the game intensifies. Money turns our life into a score-based game. Imagine if we live 80 years with a clear mind and sober memory. Each slice in the circle represents each year of our life. I've lived 38 years, shading them in, leaving me with 42 years. A third of the time goes to sleep 13 years. Then 2 hours a day goes to commuting, another 2 years. 2 hours in the morning and evening for preparation, another 2 years. Cleaning the apartment and washing dishes takes 3 hours a day, another 3 years. All of this consumes a lot of time, and this is one reason why we should strive to do only work that provides high income or a high quality of life. It's better to delegate routine tasks to someone else. There's little time left, assuming I'll be physically and mentally stable until 80 years old. And realistically, maybe only until 65, very little time remains. What do I mean by this? Firstly, I want to instill a sense of urgency. This formula is approximate. Some people sleep poorly for 4 hours, but on average, 8 hours of inactivity per day. These years accumulate, some spend time on TV shows, and if you count all the hours, there's little time left for self-realization. Why did I bring up this formula? To instill a sense of urgency and to reflect on the quality of life, and to say that it's not just about money. We feel hurt by money because deep down, we don't want to confront our own unrealized potential. The feeling that life is passing by without anything significant happening. Why is this so? Firstly, there are so many ideals that everyone's life should be extraordinarily outstanding. We look at newspapers, magazines, TV, social media, where outstanding people are always highlighted. Ordinary balanced people are actually quite rare because even outstanding people often lack balance. Balance is the proportion of effort expended to achieve a result. When you set unrealistically high expectations for yourself in finances and social realization, dissatisfaction arises. You begin to explain this dissatisfaction by saying, "If I had money, it wouldn't be like this." But if you don't know how to structure your day, your life, and find enjoyment without a lot of money, then even with a lot of money, you won't be able to do that. From now on, I want us to learn to think rationally. What does this mean? Every thought should lead to action. If you think you want a white car, on that same day you should decide on a plan to achieve it, or tell yourself it was just a passing thought. We start turning every thought into an object of desire and treat ourselves poorly, thinking, "If it weren't for money, I would have this." We attribute laziness, lack of skills, and bad habits to money. Success is a collection of good habits. When I began to systematize my tasks, goals, people management, and projects, I began to see results. But change doesn't happen overnight. Rational thinking involves several stages. 1. Thought, I want a white car. 2. Idea or goal, earn and buy a new car by New Year's. 3. Plan, how will I achieve this? 4. Action, systematic and sequential steps towards implementing the plan. This requires self-discipline, inspiration, and dealing with setbacks, as everyone faces setbacks. To avoid feeling hurt by money, you need to translate your thoughts and desires into actions. When you do something every day towards a thought or desire, the feeling of dissatisfaction decreases, and money comes as a natural result of working on yourself. The main task of any dream is to transform the dreamer. Without a white car, I'm one person; with a white car, I'm another. Dreams move us from point A to point B. Money are great teachers that have made me organized and systematic. Some dreams can be toxic and poison your life. You see a white limousine and want it, but for a dream, you need to ask yourself, what am I willing to give up to get this? Many want to receive without giving anything. You have talents and abilities that need to be developed. Often, upbringing and illiteracy lower our self-esteem. We're told we're worthless, and because of this, we can't realize our talents. Deficiency forces us to search within ourselves for something to hold on to. People progress in life through three main functions: expert, assistant, leader. You must determine who you are. 1. Expert: you're a cool specialist in something. 2. Assistant: nothing big is ever achieved without assistance. 3. Leader: someone who can inspire and lead others. Understanding this will help you better understand your strengths and use them to achieve financial and personal realization. No one achieves anything alone; it's always a team game. The second point, you're an assistant, and the third point, you're a leader. The first, you're a cool specialist, for example, a nurse. The question is how to sell this cool nurse at a higher price. Second, you're an assistant. Maybe you don't have super specialized knowledge, but you come to work on time, keep the schedule, remind others, bring coffee, or handle the welding machine. Third, you're a leader. If you're a leader, you would have noticed it already because people want to follow leaders. They gather around them and seek advice from them. I have spent a long time thinking that I have progressed in life as a specialist, but then I realized that I have achieved success as a leader. People follow me and listen to me. Expert skills and knowledge have given me the right to become a leader, but it's important to remember that revolutionaries make poor leaders. Not everyone who leads a protest can become a president and govern a country. Being an expert in management and being a leader who people follow often do not coincide. Therefore, social movements are initiated by some people but governed by others to achieve results. If you have a desire and a dream, ask yourself, how can I be useful for the amount of money that I desire or dream about? I advocate for us to think not only about objects but also about our way of life. Lifestyle is about your daily routine, the quality of food, communication, and clothing. Can you wear non-branded but quality clothing? Yes, you can. Can you not be a superstar but still feel needed and fulfilled? Of course you can. The maximum result we see in stars is often illusory. We only see the point of success, but not the path that led to it. To avoid feeling hurt by money, you need to realistically assess the quality of your life and the amount of effort you are willing to expend for that quality. True wealth is having enough, not more than the person at the top of Forbes. Now, about classes and types of income. It's important to understand where you are and who you are. The first class is a wage earner. Low salary is up to $200, average is $500 plus. Top managers earn about $1,500. Top managers earn as much as small business owners. Not everyone should start their own business. Business is a mindset and behavior format where you are both a leader and an expert. A wage earner can be low paid, but if you work in a company where you can gain knowledge and skills, you can rise to an average salary and perhaps become a top manager or start your own private business. A private entrepreneur is an individual business where you work for yourself. For example, growing potatoes and selling them. I call a business earning over $1,000 a month. If your income is lower, it's more like a hobby. Small business is often family-run with 2 or more employees. The owner's income is from $1,500. Medium business involves dividing functions among several managers and a team of 10 or more people. Franchise is when you sell your business model to other entrepreneurs and earn income. The highest form of business is power, when a person holds a position in the state. It's important to understand where you are and where you can advance. If you have a low salary, it means either you lack skills or you're not demonstrating them. One of the key skills that many lack is the ability to appeal to people. Appearance, speaking manner, situational awareness, knowing when to speak or remain silent, all of this is important. To have money come easily, quickly, and often, you need to understand that you are the one preventing yourself from having money. This is one of the main reasons why cash flow is complex. In other words, internally, a person is not ready to accept more. They feel awkward living luxuriously, handling a lot of money, it's just unfamiliar. There are dozens of reasons why a person tightens up, plus limiting beliefs that saving is the only way to show respect for money. I'm not against optimizing expenses, it's reasonable and necessary at certain stages of life. When I started renting my first office, I was earning $30,000 a month, and I spent exactly $29,000 on rent. I was left with almost nothing. The office did not generate income, but I believed it was a space for creativity, inspiration, and status. It was necessary to tighten the belt, but it's normal for a certain period, like 6 months or a year. If nothing changes after 10 years, it means something is wrong. You can tighten your belt indefinitely, but nobody gets richer from that. Hurt feelings about money arise when you yourself are not ready to accept more. It may seem absurd, but we have exactly what we believe in. Once, at a seminar by Jim Bunch, one of the first infopreneurs in the world, he said that what you own is equivalent to what you consider possible in your life. At the time, I thought it was nonsense, but over time I realized it was true. Belief is not an intellectual process, it's a feeling at the level of emotions. We can dream about many things, but we truly believe in what we consider possible. Our stereotypes and beliefs often block our opportunities. We don't allow ourselves to admit that something is wrong, and this blocks our growth. The more narcissistically a person behaves, the deeper they are wounded. To allow yourself more, you need to live real experiences, not just visualize. For example, a client who was married to a wealthy man always felt uncomfortable in expensive boutiques. We worked on this, and she started visiting such stores, challenging her stereotypes and expanding her perception. It's important not only to visualize but also to truly experience this discomfort, engaging in psychological stretching. I remembered recently buying many gifts for my employee's birthday. She also realized that living in constant thrift and waiting for future prosperity is not sustainable. We must enjoy life now, not postpone it. We often get used to living with the thought I don't have money even when we do. Therefore, it's important to recognize that we ourselves are not allowing prosperity into our lives. When my employee mentally opened a new door and was ready to accept more, I was able to give her many gifts. Growth in income and spending should be gradual. Acknowledge that you are not allowing yourself more, and that's why there's no more. Your income will be exactly as much as you are internally ready to accept. Be prepared to accept more, and opportunities will come. To accept more, you need to engage in psychological stretching. It's not just about visualization, it's about actually living such experiences. For example, dining at an expensive restaurant, engaging in conversation with successful people, trying yourself in new, more luxurious conditions. This helps you get used to a new level of life and realize that it's also possible. Psychological stretching is the path to prosperity. But it's also important to develop sales skills. Money comes only at the moment of sale, in any sphere. For example, in an interview, you sell yourself as an expert, and at work you sell your ideas. If you show that you can bring more value to the company, you'll get a raise or a bonus. Even in wage employment, you can optimize processes and increase your value. Developing sales skills is not just about direct sales but also about creating a sales system. You need to learn to sell not only goods but also ideas, services, and your experience. It's important to build a flow of clients and constantly grow yourself. People follow those who show visible results. Before and after photos are one way to demonstrate growth and attract clients. Your personality and charisma also play an important role. People follow those who are interesting and inspiring. Creating a movement, whether informational or emotional, attracts people and helps build a sales system. It could be an interest club, an online community, or something else that sparks interest and trust. Sales is a delicate topic. It's important to do it in a way that doesn't make people feel like you're just trying to profit off them. In our next lessons, we'll discuss how to sell differently, creating value and building trust. See you next time.